With inflation at 37.2% rise for the sixth consecutive time, the economic crisis in Ghana is biting hard. Food and fuel prices have more than doubled, and the citizens have hit the street again to express their anger against the government. They say there has never been this unprecedented hardship inflicted on Ghanaians. Ghana's cedi is now the world's worst performer against the US dollar, following the latest depreciation by more than 55% in 2022. The majority members of the parliament are now calling for a change in the leadership of the finance ministry. But how did Ghana have it this bad?
The Ghanaian government, relied on funding a lot of recurrent expenditure, a lot of some of these projects that were expected to bring in some social benefits, but not necessarily economic and financial benefits. There were a lot of there were a lot of borrowings, used to finance these projects, and unfortunately, a lot of those borrowings were external. That is, they were in foreign currencies.
We told them to diversify the economy. We told them to curtail, to reduce consumption expenditure. They chose to appoint 123 ministers. They chose to appoint 1,000 presidential staffers to work at the presidency. They chose to, expand government consumption expenditure instead of investing in bankable projects.
Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo, in an address, admitted that the country is indeed in crisis, calling for support to revive the country's struggling economy, which he says is a matter of urgent national security.
We must work to ensure that the majority of goods in our shops and marketplaces are those we produce and grow here in Ghana.
Solution number one, let's reduce consumption expenditure. Let's reduce the size of government. Solution number two, let's invest in the domestic economy. Let's diversify the economy. Let's invest in the micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises.
The president also assured that talks with the International Monetary Fund would not lead to a reduction in the face of value of government bonds, but analysts say the IMF would require wide-reaching fiscal reforms and debt restructuring to give any support.
That intervention from IMF is seriously needed, but it will come at significant concessions from the Ghanaian government, particularly in terms of fiscal discipline, in terms of curbing unnecessary spend by the federal government, too, by also renegotiating or restructuring some of the existing debt holdings, particularly the foreign debt holdings that they have.
Ghana is now forced to spend heavily to service its debt while its revenue remains under pressure. The surge in global inflation is also worsening the situation, which has caused a rise in the government import bill, which continues to drain its reserves. Adesewa Odusoga reporting for News Central.